Welcome everyone. This is video number 7 in a series based on my book Learn Harmony v3 for PIC32MZ. In the last video, number 6, I showed you how to add and configure the TCP library to the project. In this video, we will add and test a TCP server, adding a state machine using the Harmony TCP IP library. As a reminder, all of the custom source code used in these videos is available from GitHub here. And if you have not already downloaded the file learn hv3_figures.txt, do it now. Before we continue, I want to give you some information about TCP and UDP communications. TCP provides reliable, ordered, and error-checked delivery of a stream of bytes between applications running on IP-connected hosts. UDP provides a stateless, connectionless, message-based delivery that does not require a prior connection between applications running on IP-connected hosts. Now, this is a lot of words. You'll probably, if you don't understand them, you can Google TCP and UDP and get a lot more information, but that's way beyond the scope of this video to try to explain the two differences. So now let's look at what we'll be doing in this video. How we're going to be doing this, we're going to clone the previous MZEF layers project just so we always have that as a starting point for new TCP-based applications, because this one is very specific to the communications portions of TCP IP. So we're going to show you how to add a TCP server state machine to the project. We'll call it TCP Serve_SM. It'll be listening on port 9000 at the static IP address compiled in, and it'll be listening for client connections. After a client connections is made, the application will echo any characters received in uppercase. After we test this with the packet sender program, I will go offline and add a state machine for a TCP client, a UDP server, and a UDP client. All of these follow exactly the path that we're going to use to create the TCP server, and you'll see at the end a project that has all of these and the USB communications all in one application. So if you're doing something on your own, you can add or subtract whichever state machines are important to your application. Okay, for this project, we're going to clone the previous one so we have a nice starting point. So that's MZEF layers. So we'll duplicate that, make a copy, and we'll change the name to MZEF_comms. And go back here and load that, open the project, comms, firmware, there's the old name, open that. Rename it. Same name as the file, comms. All right, now we're going to add a new state machine, just the way we've been doing in all the last couple of videos. So we need a new header file. And I'm going to call this one. No, we're going to call it TCP Serve, because that's what we're going to do here, is create a TCP server. And a new source file, TCP Serve again. All right, now we want to clear that thing out. Select all, delete it, TCP serve.h file, select all of it, delete it, go to our learn HV3 learn HV3 underscore figures.txt file, and go find the TCP serve.h, which is here. Nope, missed it. Copy that, paste it. Go back to, there it is. Yeah. Get TCP serve.c. Copy, paste. Okay, then we'll go to app.c. Add the initialization, call to the initialization, which is TCP serve underscore. And TCP serve underscore SM. Go to app.h. And we have to do one other thing here. We have to add this built-in library, tag.h, and okay, that's all we have to do. This ctype.h for some reason is needed and wasn't loaded anywhere else, so I have to do that just for the TCP serve. All right, so now we'll verify that it all builds. Notice we aren't doing anything with MHC. Everything in that layers project is already in the project, so we'll clean and build this one just to make sure that it compiles and loads correctly. And we'll download it and test it. And since this is we're going to use the TCP server, we need to test it. We'll need to simulate a TCP client. And that's what the packet sender program does. Get that from packet sender. Okay, that took a little longer than I thought, but there it is, build successful. So now let's use the green down arrow and download it into the dev board. Okay, and there it is. It's downloaded. Now we have to test it. So first we want to get the log message, see what's coming out on the log, and then we're going to test it with our packet sender program. Over a little bit. Okay, so let's connect the log messages, and you'll see that the stack initialized properly. It got the static address, and then created the TCP listening socket on port 9000. So packet sender, we have to set it up. Oops. I need to expand this a little bit more. So the address, remember this is the TCP client, so the address it's going to connect to is 192.168.110. That's the static address on our board. Using port 9000, using TCP, use persistent TCP here, and then we're going to send out the message hello, which in hex is this, and then log the traffic. But okay, so let's hit send, and this is a connection window. But you'll notice over here that it was listening on port 9000. Now it connected to the client. This was the address I gave this the MAC. So it's on the same network, and the server received 5 bytes on port 9000 and sent its response. So let's look on the connection thing window, and sure, there's the hello lowercase that was sent, 5 bytes, and then here's the response, hello in uppercase, which is what all the TCP server does on this application. Now, when you write your own more complicated one, it can do a lot of things, but this just proves that you can do two-way communications with this TCP server. Okay, offline, I added 3 more state machines exactly the same way we just did the TCP server. We've added a TCP Client, a UDP Server, and a UDP Client by creating the header and source files, copying in from the learnhv3_figures.txt code, and compiling, loading, and finally testing with the packet sender program. The results are here in the I'll show you what it looked like. You can see the source files. We have the 4 source files and 4 up in the header files. Let's go up here to app.c, and you can see here's where we've added the 4 initialize calls, and then the 4 state machines down here, and that's it. It's essentially the TCP serve thing just repeated 4 times with a different name. Now these are just working templates. They don't do much, but that's gets you past all of the Harmony stuff and right to whatever the application code you may be writing, and focus your attention there. So, and we didn't add anything to the project graph. This was the same one that was in layers, so we didn't touch MHC. So this is all very straightforward and simple once you understand how it works. Okay, now that we've done all of this, we've created and executed a Harmony project that demonstrates TCP and UDP communications using the Harmony TCP/IP library. In the next video, I'll show you how to create an HTTP or HTTPS web server using the Harmony TCP library. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in video number 8.